Caffeine and Kilos, I mean, I think the amount of success it's seen in this last maybe year and a half just speaks for itself.
Great company. I love their socks.
It's run by a bunch of cool dudes. Like, I'm personally friends with them. One of them is my teammate. You know, they started out as just a clothing company, and like you can see how they've branched out.
You see a lot of startup lifestyle brands, but Caffeine and Kilos they stand apart because they're so involved in the community. They're just not providing, but they're weightlifters themselves, or they coach, and they're able to establish relationships with the community that other lifestyle brands just don't have out there.
Y'all blew up. Y'all got huge within a matter of a few months.
It's definitely developing. I'll see people, in a parking lot, like at a grocery store with Caffeine and Kilos shirt on. I'm like, hey, I wonder how they, know about the brand. So it's kind of bringing weightlifting and barbells to a wider community.
I've seen Caffeine and Kilos everywhere, like on social media, like hearing just word of mouth. Everyone's talking about Caffeine and Kilos.
I can't tell you how many people were wearing Caffeine and Kilos gear at Nationals this year.
I see them everywhere, just supporting, the athletes.
So I think the Caffeine and Kilos Invitational is it's just absurd to have this many good lifters here.
This meet is the best meet to come to in the U.S., I would say.
It's been a really huge event that everyone's talking about. Like, I talk to random CrossFitters and they're like, oh, I know that meet, I'm gonna come by and watch, so. It's been pretty cool. This
is really bringing a small group of the top level athletes, and I think all it is a testament to the owners of Caffeine and Kilos, because it's not like people are applying for this meet. Like, they're reaching out and networking, asking people. I watched Danny ask some people hey, do you want to compete in this meet? And they really sell their meet, and I think that shows these are very likable people. These are cool people. If you can go out and be like, hey, I have a meet, you want to fly across the country and come compete and come have some fun, that's cool.
The fact that you're able to draw the top people in with cash prizes shows how much Caffeine and Kilos cares about the sport, how much they give back to the sport, and then it just shows how much impact it has, and positive impact, because you're combining a big CrossFit event and you're also bringing the top lifters together to get one sort of super Grand Prix type event, and that's exactly what the sport needs.
Well, I think Caffeine and Kilos' approach is very specific, which is good, because I think a lot of people get spread so thin that the quality diminishes. Caffeine and Kilos has made a commitment to, we're going to sponsor good lifters, but not only good lifters that are quote unquote giving back, that are not afraid to compete, that are putting themselves out there. And I can speak for the hassle-free lifters that are sponsored by Caffeine and Kilos. Ian and D'Angelo, they're young guys, but they compete, and they're good competitors, and they're good teammates, and they're respectful, and I think all those things combined kind of help maybe the mission statement of Caffeine and Kilos in terms of being a facilitator or opening up avenues like today. Hey, people are going to walk away with some money that are going to help them train more. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you put something good out there and you recruit good people to get it, it's all, the amount of lifters that are here today compared to last year, the quality has definitely gone up because people are hearing about it. And I think more stuff like that needs to happen in order to push weightlifting so that it can become more professional.
Caffeine and Kilos is doing what sports federations in other countries do, namely having prize money. I'm a big believer in prize money rather than, right now they have a stipend system from the USOC, which is fine, but what really motivates people is when the money comes with performance. Right now the performance, if you perform well, you get a stipend. Well, that doesn't motivate you to perform well, again, quite like Caffeine and Kilos. Every young person thinks about that prize money.
I mean, the fact that I'm able to compete and go for prize money is huge as a weightlifter. Obviously, as an athlete, we're traveling all the time, so we have to pay for the expenses, the food, the travel, everything that comes with the meet. But to finally have somewhere where we can actually, make some money and have the support of the home crowd is huge to us. And I mean, it's such a simple business model in Caffeine and Kilos, and I think it's amazing for the fact that it's so simple, it's so well, but it really catches people's attention. And I mean, I couldn't be more grateful to have them out here.
Today I will be competing in the 53 kilo class.
What weight class do you normally compete in?
In the 48. I am actually just not cutting weight. I am hoping, I put on my sheet 78 and 98, and hopefully we'll be going 80 and 100. Goals today, I think being heavier, I want to really push my totals because if I can push higher totals in a higher weight class that's within 3% of my body weight, like when I'm competing as a 48, if I can hit higher numbers at like say 50 kilos, it should translate over for me when I basically dehydrate myself and cut weight. So I'm hoping to push numbers and really, I don't know, maybe go 6 for 6. I know that's a very bold thing to say, but you know, at least 4 for 6.
Typically, I am a 58 kilo lifter. Today, I've eaten a couple meals, so I'm 59 kilos, so I'm gonna be a 63 kilo weightlifter today. I planned 55, 75, kind of getting back into the swing of things, kind of coming back from a little injury, so. Near future, I'm just kind of trying to stay healthy, kind of maybe trying to maintain where I was, not really push myself too hard, just not wear myself out, tire myself out, burn myself out, more just kind of maintain, have fun with it until I get through my last year at Shasta College and then really focus on weightlifting when I transition from my community college to a 4-year school and, you know, hopefully be a candidate for the 2020 Olympics. You know, just have fun. You know, maybe hit some lifts that I haven't hit in 4 months and, you know, go out there and do my thing.
Have fun and lift some weights.
Yeah.
My name is Courtney Batchelor. I lift for Gale Hatch Weightlifting out of Louisiana. I don't plan on doing a true max out today because I'm doing the World Team Trials next week.
Okay.
So that's kind of my main priority right now. I'm really excited that I had the opportunity to do this meet just so I can have like kind of a practice run before I get to World Team Trials. I've been hurt past few months. I've had hip injury, wrist injury, all kinds of injuries. So I mainly am wanting to go just 6 or 6, even though I'm not gonna attempt to hit my best numbers. I still wanna just build confidence, or build my confidence back up. So I go into next week just fucking killing it.
I'm competing in the 75 plus category. My openers will be 85 and 115. My competition totals are better than my training totals, so I'll give you those. My best snatch is 93 and my best clean and jerk is 126. Today my expectations are just to go 6 for 6 and hopefully get some really good numbers.
I'll be competing in the super class today, but I'm normally a 75 kilo lifter. I am attached to Hassle Free Barbell Club, but I own Arena Ready CrossFit in San Francisco. I think it's an honor for me to be included in the field, just to appreciate this moment in my life. But competitively, I bombed out at Nationals in the snatch. I'm opening higher today than I bombed out at Nationals. I really believe that my training has set me up to perform well, and I'm hoping to compete in a way that reflects my training.
Today I'm competing 63 kilograms and my body weight 62.4. Yeah, I'm really excited, but my first goal is the 6 for 6 in lifting. I can break the national record, and this is the first goal for me. I have a lot of background. I have 10, 11 years in weightlifting. I started to 15 years in Puerto Rico. Maybe 2 years I moved to New Jersey with my parents, and I have Central American Games, Pan Am's Games, Olympic Games. I am Olympian.
You've been to the Olympics?
2008 in Beijing, China.
Nice.
And it's a lot of background.
I will be competing in the 75 kg weight class. I'm training at the Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs. My personal expectations for today is just to go out there and have fun. You know, I'm very thankful to be able to be amongst one of the top, amongst the top, weightlifters in America. So just being grateful for that in itself. And, just to go out there and have fun and do what I'm capable of doing, which, is hitting some big numbers out there. And I know I'm able, so I'm thankful for that.
Yes, I was named after the Little Mermaid. If I was a boy, I was going to be Eric the Prince, and if I was a girl, I'm Ariel. So today, my coach is Rob Earwicker. At other meets, it's now Don McCauley and Glenn Pendley. My openers are probably going to be 80 kilos for the snatch and 102 kilos for the clean and jerk. My best competition total right now is 188 kilos, and my best training total is only 189 kilos, so pretty close. To be honest, once I make my openers, just to have fun with it and enjoy lifting with some really talented lifters, so that'll be exciting.
I'm going to be competing as a 58 kilo weight class lifter. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to open with. I have a rough ballpark number, but overall my coach is probably going to tell me right before weigh-ins. My best competition total is, I think it's 168.
Okay.
And then best training is probably around that also. I'm coming into this competition with an open mind. I don't really have a goal set. Like, I guess my goal is just to make on my list like any other competition. But I'd like to get a PR total. I mean, that'd be great.
My name is Nicole Lim. I am a 48 kilo weightlifter. My head coach is Dave Spitz, the Godfather. I'm not expecting to take home any money because there are some bomb-ass female weightlifters here. But if you haven't heard, the USAW rules for qualifying have changed. And so I'm just trying to up my entry total, make sure I get a guaranteed spot at next year's Nationals.
So today I'm going to be a fat 94, so I'm a 105, a light 105 I guess, but I normally compete at 94. Today I think I'm going to open with 140 and 170. I think those are fairly conservative numbers that we can maybe take some big jumps and hopefully put some a PR total on the bar. Honestly, like, we kind of trained through, like, we didn't really taper, so I'd like to just go out and have fun. If I can put some big numbers on the bar, like, that'd be awesome. If not, like, I'm just happy to be here. To be honest, I'm surrounded by some of the top lifters in the country, and I'm just excited to get out and lift with them.
That's 3 white lights for Scott Stockholm, 147.
My weight class is 100 and fat. No, 105 plus. I am my coach. I coach my barbell club, Midtown Barbell. I want to have a good meet. I'm looking for a PR total. I've been doing this a long time, and I want to. And I only got maybe a couple of years left of serious competing. So I'd like my last few meets to be good ones.
That's 3 white lights for Big Man.
Today I'll technically be a 94. Probably weigh in around 86, 87 kilos. So, but typically for national events, I'll be weighing in as an 85. My barbell club is Razor's Edge Fitness, CrossFit Pensacola. It's a small hole-in-the-wall gym, but they've supported me all this time, and I've been very happy with them ever since. My coach is Zygmunt Smalsers. Right now I'm training in Colorado Springs. I'm at the United States Olympic Training Center. For myself, I mean, My goal is just basically go 6 for 6. But try to do the best I can technically, and just throw some big weight on the bar. I mean, if hopefully end up in the top 3 and walk away with some prize money.
My name is Spencer Bennett Mormon. You know what? I was spitting on the way here, hoping that I could try to be as close to 105 as possible. So hopefully 105 and not 105 plus. This is really one of the first times this year that I get to compete against more guys in my weight class. You know, like guys like Ian. It's like I compete against Ian. This is the first time I've been able to compete against Ian on a competition platform, and you know, it's like I don't get that opportunity to compete against the best in my weight class all the time. You know, so that's big upside to coming here today, is just being able to compete at the highest level that I can.
I compete in the 105 kilo division, but I'm not actually a full 105 kilo lifter yet. I'm only about 102, so I still have some room to grow into this weight class. 375 kilos is my best, and that's the junior American record. So if I want to break that total, I'm gonna need to snatch 170 today and clean and jerk 206. So that's the outer range. I'm not in the best shape of my life right now, but if I could get those numbers, I'd be very happy today. I didn't compete at the Nationals due to an injury in my leg, but this is my first meet back, and Spencer has won the 105 kilo weight division national championship for the last 2 years, so that's my weight class. I've never won it at 105 kilos. I won it in 2012, but in the weight class down. So it'll be good for me to get pushed and compete against the national champion.
I'll be competing in the 105 category. My openers are 150 kilograms snatch and 190 clean and jerk. Best competition total is 356 and my best training total is 360. I would like to do a 155 snatch, 160 at least, and clean and jerk 195.
I compete for the Yard Authentic Strength and Barbell out of Palm Desert, California. I'm hoping to open with 147 and anywhere between 175 and 180 depending how warm-ups go. My best competition total is 330. I did 150, 180 about a year ago, I want to say. And recently I did 327, that's been my best of recent. I hope to obviously PR in both lifts, so I'm just gonna go out there, have fun. That's the main thing, you know, just go out there, have fun, and just hope for the best. And I'm in pretty good shape right now, so hopefully 330 plus, we'll see though.
Caffeine and Kilos is a bunch of cool dudes making stuff that they want to wear. So it's like, that's why it does so well. Got cool clothes, good coffee.
It's just making weightlifting cool. You have cool people associated with your brand, and just like good energy, cool clothes, just generally cool, and kind of a traditional sport.
I think the company has brought barbell sports to the forefront of mainstream fitness.
I would say right now Caffeine and Kilos is the company that helps weightlifting the most.
It's one of the few out there, if the only out there, that actually support weightlifters and help promote our sport in a positive way.
I think what Caffeine and Kilos does for weightlifting is tremendous, especially the athletes. Weightlifting is a sport that's hard. You don't get a lot of support all the time.
You know, it takes a lot to promote weightlifting because it's such a small sport, but I feel like you guys done a great job of really bringing it to the table.
They actually want to be involved in your life, and you know, they want to be a part of you and your lifting, not necessarily just kind of use you and use, you know, who you are.
The fact that Caffeine and Kilos has the ability to support athletes in all different realms of funding is great, and you know, Caffeine and Kilos is helping to grow the sport and make it more popular through their relationships with CrossFit and other organizations. So I think it's great.
It's one of the like front runners for companies that are kind of bringing CrossFit like mainstream and weightlifting too?
I think Caffeine and Kilos has done a good job of incorporating weightlifting and CrossFit together.
I feel like there's kind of been an unspoken, not quite rivalry, but like weird energy in between CrossFitters and weightlifters, and I feel like Caffeine and Kilos does a really good job of bridging that gap and bringing them together, and I really like how you guys use both CrossFit and weightlifting to kind of, you build both of them up by putting them together almost.
Within the last year, I've noticed the popularity of weightlifting has grown a lot because Caffeine and Kilos is so closely connected with weightlifting, and weightlifters are promoted by the company. So I just noticed a lot more positive attention to the sport of weightlifting because of Caffeine and Kilos.
They're just making a tremendous difference in the sport of weightlifting that I'm very grateful for.
I am just greatly appreciative of what you have done with Caffeine and Kilos. I mean, it's like there's no other organization that's really doing it at this level.